Hi, here we are in week 5, and this week we'll be looking at culturally responsive teaching and how children learn in context and as part of their overall cultural experience. The preschool learning foundations for this week include group participation, and the kindergarten standards from mental, emotional, and social health are to describe characteristics that make each individual unique. So as usual, we have the chapter quiz, chapter 5 quiz. We have a PowerPoint on culturally responsive teaching, and unfortunately the process that our Center for Teaching and Learning uses to closed caption the videos was not working this week, so we don't have an actual video as we usually do with the closed captioning, but I have attached the file here, and I did do a voiceover of the PowerPoint to give you some background information. And we have a video this week on school children coping with cultural differences. It's a great little video, I think about 5 or 6 minutes, and your video will be part of your whole group discussion this week. The reading has to do with language impact on classroom behavior. Very interesting article about how children who are English learners sometimes have more difficult classroom behaviors. And then, as I said, our week 5 whole class discussion really centers around culturally relevant teaching related to both the video and as well as the PowerPoint presentation and the chapter 5 text. So I have given you some prompts here to follow, and as usual your posts are due on Thursday and your responses to 3 classmates by Sunday. I'm going to skip down to our SEL PowerPoint presentation. This week we have Summer, who's going to be presenting on Responsive Classroom, and Rebecca, who will be presenting on Resolving Conflict Creatively program. I really enjoyed the first 2 presentations this past week, and am looking forward to all of your presentations as we learn more about the different SEL programs that are available. And please note down here, although I'm not grading responses, I do hope that you'll take the time to view, well, you will be viewing the SEL presentations, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute, but I hope that you will take the time to respond to your classmates, because it, as you know, takes effort and time, and I think people really enjoy hearing what other people find interesting about our presentations. So I want to go back up here to the activity for this week, which is called My SEL Guide, and there will be 3 of these throughout the term, all the same guide, but you'll be doing 3 different entries. So the first one is due this week on Sunday, and I have given you the assignment instructions as well as a sample of what it is that I'm looking for. So if we go in here, you will see the assignment instructions and the sample are available here. Actually, I think I'll open the sample so that I can talk a little bit about it. Well, that isn't what I was expecting to see. There we go. So what I'm hoping is that you will begin to build some sort of a structure. I have structured it as a chart and given you this template here, where as you're looking at the PowerPoint presentations, and or you could use any other resources that are available throughout the class this semester, you will begin to write down some of the strategies and routines that you think that you might want to use in your classroom. So the way I've structured this is down the left-hand column here, I have the learning foundation strands, which are, as you know, are self, social interaction, and relationships. And then across the top row here, I've given you areas that you can complete. Look up here at the one that I've done. What I would like you to do is think of an example. Throughout the term, you'll be thinking of 3 examples for each strand. And the example that I've used, I've chosen the target area of ways that I might want to calm an upset child or adult. And then I chose my strategy, which are breathing techniques. And these are called the star, the balloon, the pretzel, and the drain. These are from Conscious Discipline. And I've listed here where you can find the information in our class about the strategy or routine. So in this case, in the green column, I have given you the SEL presentation on Conscious Discipline, and under assignments, routiques, and rubrics, you'll see the sample that I've given you. And you'll have information about these 4 areas there. And then the resource, as I said, came from Conscious Discipline. So if you go to consciousdiscipline.com under resources and under safe place breathing icons, you'll be able to find the full information. And the last column here that I'd like you to do is to this week sometime try whatever strategy or routine you have listed here and just give a few words to tell us what was the setting and what did you do, and then was it effective or not. So in this case, I had an angry faculty member in my office. I did some star breathing to calm myself during this very difficult interaction, and it was very effective. After a couple of slow, deep breaths, I was able to refocus on what needed to be done. So what you will do this week is simply clear these contents right here, and you can do that in your edit function. Let me check here. In the edit function under clear, and then you can go to clear. After you highlight, you can go to not clear formatting, but clear contents. Or you can just simply cell by cell, click here, and then delete the contents. And then you're going to put in your own information here for this week. Let me come back here. I want you to tie it back to the preschool learning foundations. And so what you'll be doing is looking in the foundations and finding the substrand and the actual foundation that all of this over here relates to. So in my case, we know the strand is self, so under self, the substrand is self-regulation, and the actual foundation is regulate attention, thoughts, feelings, and impulses. So you can see how that's direct related to calming upset child or adult. So that's what you're going to do this week. You're going to be completing a row in self and a row in social interaction and a row in relationships. So that's how we are going to complete the chart. And then I've asked you to, after you've completed the chart, to copy and paste and then come in here to write submission and then simply paste your chart. I'm hoping that that will work well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So if you lose the formatting in your copying and pasting, it's okay to go ahead and attach a file. My preference is that it's here. It's just so much easier for me when I'm looking at all of them to have it right here in front of me rather than having to open a file. But if that's the only way to do it, that's no problem. You can do it either way. Okay, and then of course always remember to come down here and submit. Have a great week, and as always, please let me know if you have any questions at all. Thanks so much.